this is Chris Powers, and this is another Tuesday Tidbit presented by the Regroup Advisors. Today, I want to give you 5 considerations to think about before starting a nonprofit. First and foremost, starting a nonprofit or any organization is really hard. So before you do that, I would think about volunteering for or finding organizations that align with your values that you can try to help before starting something from scratch. Second, I would sort of brainstorm and take just a moment to think about the kinds of impacts you want to make. Do you want to help families who are struggling with homelessness? Do you want to help animal welfare charities? Do you want to help improve food access? And what does that look like for you? So take a little bit of time to think about the positive impacts that you want to make. Third, I would say think about what your project or goal or organization will look like at its highest and best. So if you're successful in doing what you're doing, how will that positively affect the people around you? Fourth, I would think about, if you want to start an organization, what are some key partnerships that you need to develop? A lot of times you can start what's called a fiscal sponsorship, which is where you have a big existing nonprofit sort of help you get started. Maybe there's people who are doing grassroots activism that you can partner with. Maybe there's people who are working in a similar area, or maybe there's corporate sponsors who can help you out. And lastly, on that topic, I would say, fifth, think about how you're going to fund your program in the short and the long term. So are you going to try to pursue grants or federal funding or state funding, or are you going to just work with volunteers with basically a shoestring budget? Are you going to pursue many tiny donations from private donors, or are you going to try to go after large corporate grants? Thinking about the funding sources for your project are going to really determine the strategy for what you're going to be able to accomplish, how you're going to structure your board, how you're going to structure your organization in general. And so it makes sense to think about all of these 5 elements before you try to dive in and just start your own nonprofit. That's been another Tuesday Tidbit, and I look forward to talking to you soon.
If you've enjoyed this episode of Business Plain and Simple Tuesday Tidbits by Regroup Advisors and don't want to miss future topics, well, like and follow us wherever you get your podcast. Interested in learning how Regroup Advisors can help your company? Contact us at info@regroupadvisors.com or online at regroupadvisors.com.